Hey friends! So a couple months ago I had followed a Fully Raw Kristina What I Eat in a Day video. Now that video that I made almost enough in AdSense revenue to cover the cost of the vegetables in that video. So I figured today, let's recreate that. Fully Raw Kristina does have a new What I Eat in a Day video. So I'm going to follow along, and not only is this a what I eat in a day video, it's not just an example of what she is eating, it is day one from her recent 21-day challenge, meaning that she recommends that you eat this. So like you're supposed to be following along and eating the same foods that she does. So that's exactly what I've done. Now, one note, I am doing this on hard mode in that I gotta go to work today. So I got up like an hour early to prep all of this, and I'm still probably going to be late for work. But anyway, Fully Raw Kristina, she starts her day with juice and recommends you do too. Today's juice is the Kissed from a Rose juice, which is watermelon and pineapple and some other stuff basically. Now, I want to point out something about my watermelons. I have two halves that are cut up with labels here. Now, have you ever tried finding a watermelon in January? Because they are not in season. Now, I went to like 5 different grocery stores, looked everywhere, and the best I could find was a mini watermelon. No, these ranged in price from $5 to $7. But the last grocery store I went to, they had mini watermelons for like $5. But then they had a sliced watermelon, which happened to be the mini ones, for like price per weight, like 99 cents a pound or something like that. So instead of doing one mini watermelon, I've done 2 half watermelons for only $4. Okay, so I've got all of my produce prepped. I've got an entire pineapple, a mini watermelon, half of a beet, a lime, and some mint. So let's juice this. Now, Fully Raw Kristina has a Nama juicer. That juicer is $400 US, which is like 5 something Canadian, but then you have to add shipping on top of that, which adds an extra $90. And then because it's coming from the US, there would be brokerage. So realistically, if I want that juicer, it's not $400, it's like 800 Canadian for me to actually get it. So I've got like a shitty centrifugal juicer, which kind of like grates the veg and then spins it against a plate and can extract the juice this way. So let's get juicing. So here you have $8 worth of juice. I hope this is worth it. That's really good. I thought it would be too sweet from the pineapple, but it's not. The watermelon balances it out, and it's like the right level of like sweet and watery. Oh, there's one thing I forgot. Rosewater. So rosewater, in her video she says you can buy this on her website, but you can't. But anyway, rosewater, I got this like a decade ago and it cost me $2. Rosewater is one of those things that if you're buying it like at a natural food store or like online, like some people use it for I think like tonics and like face toner and stuff, so it can be really expensive. It can be like 20 bucks a bottle. But if you go to like an ethnic store, this is like $2. And I do want to point out, some people don't like the taste of rose. I'm not one of those people. I love the taste of rose, so I'm expecting this to now be even better. Cleaning a juicer is a bitch. Not only you've got all these like parts to clean, but the metal plate, the strainer that gets the fiber out of the juice, that is always clogged up. And I assume this would be the same whether it's a centrifugal juicer or whether it's a masticating juicer. So who cleans your juicer, Kristina? The real questions. I'm going to leave mine for my cleaning lady. No shame there. But as a poor person, my cleaning lady only comes twice a month. So if I wanted to juice more than that, I'd have to, I don't know, either not have a job or, you know, not juice. Oh my god, that's a lot of juice to chug in one sitting, even though the juice itself is pretty good. I'll give Kristina that. But I'm not going to finish that before I head to work. I just can't have any more, and there's all this extra. I wonder, like, she shows herself drinking 1 liter of juice a day, but there's always some extra in like her juicer jug. So I wonder what she does with it, if she actually drinks all of that, or if she like sets it aside, or her family has it, or what. But yeah, I'm going to basically put all this extra juice into the fridge and have it another day. Also, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to brush your teeth like immediately after eating like fruit or drinking juice. But I gotta go out the door, like this can't wait. So it is lunchtime now, and you will notice that I have come home for lunch. Now, I would like to point out that ordinarily I eat my lunch at work like I think a normal person would. It's just not practical to come home. However, for today, I would like to point out I am part of a privileged economic class where my labor, my skill set is valued more than my time. So if I want, I can just leave work in the middle of the day, and that's kind of okay. I couldn't do this all the time, obviously, but I think I need to acknowledge that I do have some privilege here. And if you're doing like shift work, on the clock work, labor type work, you're just not going to be able to do this. This is not a practical solution for you. You need to like be able to pack a lunch. But anyway, Fully Raw Kristina, she does have a smoothie bowl for lunch, so that's what I'm going to do. Now, I do like this recipe because it's really cheap compared to everything else. So I would like to point out, frozen fruit is like super cheap. This was $3 on sale though. That was a really great price for that. And then I've also got some frozen bananas. These were 29 cents a pound, which is like the cheapest I've ever seen bananas. So let's go ahead and make this. Now, my one complaint about Fully Raw Kristina's recipe is that instead of saying like, oh, 1 bag of frozen fruit thawed, she says 2 cups of frozen fruit. So 1, 2, which is most but not all of that bag. So it's just so freaking impractical. And then I've got my bananas here, which I previously chunked up and froze. So those are going to go in here too. And is that it? No, there's coconut water in this. Just a minute. So of course, being a Fully Raw Kristina recipe, you need a little bit of ridiculousness here. So I've got a coconut. These are, best price I can get them is $2. This one was $2.50. I couldn't find any cheaper ones. Now from this coconut, I need 1 cup of liquid to blend with, which is probably like 2/3 of it. That's really fucking tasty, but it needs some garnishes. So here I've got some strawberries. Obviously not in season. These are imported from Mexico. So fingers crossed this doesn't give me like hepatitis. Some blueberries, product of Chile. And then some cacao nibs. I got these on clearance at Winners, and that was the best possible price I could find for these. Cacao nibs taste like chocolate, but not sweet, so I don't really like them. They're like all the bad parts of chocolate, none of the good. And then just some ordinary coconut. And here we have an Instagram-worthy smoothie bowl. Just ignore the complete fucking mess I made making it. So, even though I feel like I'm privileged enough that my bosses aren't clock watchers or anything and I can leave work during the day if I need to, I still can't just hang out at home all day. Like, I need to get back to work. So realistically, I need to finish this within like the next 10 or 15 minutes to be able to make it back within a reasonable time. And holy cow, is this a lot. So I'm a fucking idiot. This is supposed to have sunwarrior protein powder, and I actually went out and bought this overpriced sunwarrior protein powder specifically for this. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour this smoothie back in the blender. I have picked off all the garnishes so it doesn't mess it up. And then, as Fully Raw Kristina recommends, I am going to use 1 heaping scoop of sunwarrior protein powder. And lovely, like all protein powder, this arrived less than half full. So here we go. 1 scoop. And blend, blend, blend. Okay, smoothie. Back into the smoothie bowl. Garnishes. Back on top. Now let's try this. I just ruined it. Tastes like fucking protein powder. I need to scarf this down because I gotta go back to work. Protein powder.
Okay, I ate like half of it, but I literally cannot eat anymore. My stomach is going to burst, so I'm just going to cover it up and stick it in the fridge, and this can be a problem for later. So it's about 6:30 and I'm on my way home from work right now, and I just want to emphasize, this is a northern climate. Nothing I'm eating today is local.
So we're back for dinner, and I'm going to be making that jaw-hurting chew fest that is going to be a motherfucking kale salad. So I've got all the vegetables here. I'm going to prep them, throw them in that bowl, and then make the dressing. So 25 minutes later, I've got everything prepped. I've got my bowl of kale, and then in goes the dulse. Now, I hate dulse. A lot of people probably only know this from like weird hippie shit, but they actually grow this on the east coast of Canada where I used to live. So like every now and then I buy it and I try it, and I hate it. It is so freaking awful. I don't know. I can't describe it other than like it tastes like the ocean, but like, oh my god, like salty umami, but like also other like chemicals like caustic salts. If anyone has ever kept aquariums and tried aquarium salt, the closest I could approximate it to would be that. But I don't know. Where I'm from, this is not like hippie bullshit food. This is like, I don't know, old people and country bumpkins eat dulse, and it's one of those things I really want to like, but I just can't because it's gross. Oh my god, the smell, it smells like a fucking wet dog. Okay, so here I have my kale and my dulse, and then I'm going to add all my salad fixings. So I've got an orange, a grapefruit, tomatoes, radishes, bell pepper, avocado, parsley, I'm looking at the avocado, and avocado. So I'm just mixing this with my hands because I don't have like a fancy wooden salad bowl. Those things are like around $100 at least. Like on the cheap end, that would be $100. I'm guessing Kristina's one is like fancy and she paid more for it, but I don't really know. I've got this shitty glass IKEA salad bowl that I believe was $4. So now that the salad portion is done, I'm going to make the dressing. Now, it's really simple. It's supposed to be just avocado, lime, and maple syrup. And she says to do it in the blender, or you could mush it up. Honestly, I don't think it's going to work in my blender. I think it's going to be too thick to actually blend, but we will see.
So as predicted, it's not going to work in a blender.
So I'm going to add some water. That's probably too much though. This is so weird. If you've ever had an avocado smoothie or avocado ice cream, it's like that because it's avocado but sweet. Okay, so I'm going to try this salad on its own before I add the dressing. Yep, tastes like raw ass kale. Now it tastes like raw ass kale with like sweet avocado.
So I've been chewing for 45 minutes now, and I'm only halfway through, and I'm kind of over it. I'm simultaneously full, but also not full. Like, it's weird. And the salad itself would be good. Could be good. Number one, if it used maybe not kale, maybe used lettuce, or like a mixture of lettuce and kale. And the kale is very overwhelming. And then the dulse. Every time I have a mouthful with dulse on it, as it approaches my face, all I smell is wet dog. And then when it's in my mouth, it's like, if you've ever been to the beach and like the tide has gone out and like little sea creatures and bits of seaweed and stuff have gotten trapped in pools, and as the water recedes, those pools dry out more and are getting baked by the sun. That's what dulse tastes like. It tastes like nasty ass sea life baking in the sun. It's not good. And any raw vegan who's like, oh, dulse tastes just like bacon, they're lying. It tastes nothing like bacon. It's vaguely salty, but not even salty. It's just kind of like a caustic, mineral, chemically taste. But as far as the rest of the salad, I mean, it is nice. You've got that juicy citrus in there, really good. Creamy avocado. Dressing doesn't go. But I think it might just be because I've had avocado ice cream and avocado smoothies before. So avocado plus sweet equals dessert to me, not salad dressing to me. So I'm gonna keep chugging away. I've got this to finish. I've also got that smoothie to finish still, so kill me now.
It is 10 p.m. right now, and I'm very much over this. I can't eat any more salad. You can eat something else, but I don't want any more salad. So I guess the one plus, though, of this being a kale salad is that it's not going to, like, wilt and go soggy if I eat the rest tomorrow. I'm not eating all of this. I'm having it another day. And then there's also the smoothie bowl I couldn't finish earlier. So this, I think what I will do is I will freeze it, and it can be like a smoothie starter for another day. So this is all the food from Kristina's plan that I did not finish. I don't want to be eating anymore. It's an oppressive amount to eat. So I have crunched all the numbers and I have the totals here. So nutritionally, this came to 2,238 calories. Now, for me, that is a bit high. I'm a petite person and I'm fairly inactive. But for Kristina, she obviously has no problem maintaining her weight. So, you know, whatever. And also, surprisingly, this did meet most micronutrient needs, other nutritional needs. It was a very complete day. My only critique of it nutritionally would be if, for example, someone were to omit the protein powder and substitute out the kale for a better green like romaine, suddenly it's not so complete. It is a bit, without the protein powder, it's very low in protein, and without the kale, some of the micronutrients are a bit harder to meet. But otherwise, nutritionally, this is great. So a lot of fiber. I didn't have an issue like the next day with bloating or gas or anything. I find with like raw food, high vegetable diets, it all just kind of comes out very smoothly. So I have no issues there, even though this day had a ton of fiber, despite even like with the juice, you remove the fiber. So nutritionally, I'm very happy with this day. Cost-wise, though, now, before I tell you the total amount I spent, I want to emphasize that I got the best possible price on everything. I could have not have done this day cheaper. So I went to 11 stores total. Sorry, correction, it was 9 stores. It was one store that I went to twice after their sale flyer had rolled over, and then also one online store. So 11 total, like, receipts, basically. And I went to Asian grocers, I went to Italian grocers, I went to a produce discounter, I went to Superstore, which is like the cheap one. I ordered online and exploited coupon codes. So I got the best possible price on everything I ate today, and still my total was $27.80. That's what I spent on everything. Now, my breakfast, it was $7.18 for the juice, and I saved money by, I got some of the stuff as a produce discounter. I got the pineapple I bought through Superstore Click and Collect, where because I was a first-time customer, I got a discount code which brought the price down to $2.37, which is a pretty good price for a pineapple. The normal price for a pineapple, I would say, would be like maybe $4. I wouldn't buy it if it was more than $4, but they sometimes are more than that. The watermelon too, I managed to exploit that, even though watermelons aren't really in season, and the mini watermelons, which they still had, were a more expensive price of around $5, I'd say would be the cheapest I could find it. The mini watermelons, they were $5, but sliced watermelon has like a fixed price that stays stable through the year, and I was able to exploit that to get effectively a whole mini watermelon for a little bit less. And then the other stuff, just I got it at the produce discounter, I think. So my total was $7.18. But I believe like if I were to have bought my breakfast juice stuff just at a normal acceptable price, if I had tried to get everything at one grocery store, I believe I would have been closer to $11 or $12 would be my estimate of what I feel like the normal price for all those things would be. Then for lunch, my total was $7.14. Again, the frozen mango, I managed to get organic because they had, I placed a click and collect order and they had substituted in the organic for the same price as the conventional. Also with this, I got a discount because I had a coupon code. Obviously not everyone can do that. The bananas also super cheap. I went to a regular store. You know, bananas on their own are not particularly expensive, but I went to just a normal store to get normal bananas, and they happened to be 29 cents a pound. It wasn't an advertised special. It just, maybe they ordered too many or something like that. So I got an amazing price on the bananas. So at 29 cents a pound, I paid 42 cents for bananas, which I think is primo. The coconuts, I did misspeak before. They were actually 2 for $4.50, so it was $2.25 each instead of $2.50 each. But the best price I've ever seen them is $1.99 each. Although more usually they're like $4.99 each because it's like specialty produce. Really, for lunch, the biggest savings was the sunwarrior protein. Now, the normal price is $33.96, but I ordered it from well.ca, and it happened to be on sale. I did time doing this day with being able to get the sunwarrior protein powder on sale. So the regular price was $33.96. The sale price was $27. However, with well.ca, they have a well10 coupon code that you can exploit indefinitely as long as you can parse your name and address differently. So I was able to use that coupon code to bring the price of the protein down to $21.26, which means for the serving the 1 scoop of protein powder, it was effectively $2.19. And I believe like if I were to pay the normal price for this, it would be closer to, I think, $3.50. So yeah, like the juice for breakfast, the smoothie bowl for lunch, I paid $7.14. But if I were to pay the normal price for these things, I believe the cost would be closer to $11 or $12. Now for dinner, my total was $13.48, which is $11.66 for the salad, and then $1.82 for the dressing. Now I do want to point out that the avocados, I got an amazing deal on avocados. One of the organic stores that I went to was selling organic avocados as a loss leader for 99 cents each, which is cheaper than like a conventional grocery store. So that was amazing. Also, the maple syrup. Number one, I live in Canada. I believe maple syrup is probably cheaper here than other places. But also, I got it at Winners, which is kind of like a discount place that happens to have some food stuff. And the maple syrup that I got had like the tags ripped off, so it had a clearance label on it for $5 for 250 mLs, which is a really, really good price. That brings it, I believe, to around the same price as if I were to buy like a jerry can of maple syrup like in bulk for cheap. So I believe like this was the best possible price for maple syrup I could get. But still, my total was $13.48. I believe fully, like if I had just gone to my regular grocery store and not gone like every different store to get the cheapest things. So for example, radishes, I paid 99 cents for the radishes, but most stores had them for like $2.50 or $3, just because like it's not something you'd think of like saving money. It's like, oh, I want radishes, I'm going to grab radishes. But I did happen to go to a bunch of stores and chose deliberately the cheapest one. So I believe like if I were to pay just normal prices, go to one store and grab everything I needed, I believe the salad would have cost closer to $15 to $20 easily. But those are just my estimates. Obviously, I don't have hard numbers for that. I do have hard numbers for how much I actually paid, which was $27.80. Now, $27.80, that's almost $900 a month in food, which is kind of expensive. I don't even want to focus on how much it costs to eat this way, because yeah, some people are willing to spend that money. Some people have that money. Some people might, you know, live in the tropics or have a garden or have some way to get produce for cheaper where this day would not be super expensive. I want to talk about the privilege of eating this way, because as an employed person, I have some privilege in that I can afford to eat this way. I can spend the money, it's not a big deal. But what I can't do is I do not have the time. I would love to just hang out all day with my pets, do some hot yoga, drink some juice, but that's not how the world works. So if I want to maintain the level of privilege I have to continue being employed, going to work, showing up. And, you know, I was exhausted at the end of this day. All I did was prep food, prepare food, eat food, clean up from food. It was exhausting. And, you know, things like cleaning the juicer. Yeah, I joke that, you know, as a poor person, I only have a cleaner that comes twice a month, but I can still, like, instead of scrubbing out the juicer pulp from the filter plate, I can just leave that in my sink and someone else will do it. Or I ran it through my dishwasher. It's been like 3 days since I did the Fully Raw Kristina eating like it. So I run it through my dishwasher a couple of times. There's still fiber in it. So, you know, I'm privileged in that I have a dishwasher. I don't have to do this. What if I had to do my own dishes by hand? Like, I can't even. Like, you know, it's so much effort. And like, I acknowledge that I have privilege, but I have less privilege than Kristina. So, and you know, it's not even wrong to have privilege. She can't help it. I can't help it. It's just a thing that you have. But some acknowledgement would be nice that eating this way, it's not about choosing your health over other things. It's, some people just can't eat this way. And like, you know, I have an apartment-sized fridge. Like, my fridge was full. If I were to eat like this every day, I would need another fridge. Juicing. If I were to juice every day, I'd need to, you know, have the time to clean my juicer every day. Things like, I would need a car to go around to all the different stores to get the best price, or I just spend more on food by going to the grocery store once that's near me. I don't know what I'm getting at here, but like, it would be nice to acknowledge that, you know, this is a very privileged and frivolous and unnecessary way to eat. Yeah, I actually really like Fully Raw Kristina. I love her recipes. I like her a lot. And I think the way that I eat, just the way I prefer to eat, is somewhat similar to the way that she eats. But at the same time, like, preaching that raw food is, you know, how you'll regain your health is bullshit, because you can eat cooked food, you can eat cheaper food and still be healthy. Like, yeah, vegetables are good for you, but there's very little evidence to support that eating like 20 to 30 servings of vegetables a day is any better than eating like 5 to 10. Like, at what point is there diminishing returns? We just don't know that. And I think, like, realistically, of the people I know, like, in real life who have tried raw food diets, honestly, it's like empty nester boomers who have had their first real health scare, and now they're gonna, you know, they're gonna turn their life around. They're gonna juice every day and, like, you know, make up for 60 years of eating like a standard American diet. That's not how it works. So yeah, I really don't know what to say other than, like, this day is crazy expensive. It's really frivolous. You need a bunch of, like, appliances that are expensive and take up room and are difficult to clean. And yeah, like, I personally enjoy stupid food shit, but preaching that this is how you'll get your health back and that, you know, eating this way will potentially save you money on, like, health insurance and shit is very dishonest and exploitative. But yeah, that's this video. I don't think I'm gonna eat this way again. Like, I know it got me a lot of views the first time, so I'm tempted to just, every time she does a what I eat in a day, just copy it again. But I'm not gonna copy it. I'll copy her recipes, but, like, I already enjoy most of her recipes. And I do have my own way of eating that is, like, not raw, but, like, I do like smoothies a lot, and, like, lately I've been into the green juice. But, like, I just acknowledge that it's kind of bullshit and it's really expensive. And the reason the real reason I like green juice in the morning, it tastes like shit. Health benefits are, it's not that it's not healthy, it's that, like, do I need green juice? Like, I eat other vegetables. Like, I don't need green juice to be healthy. But I think eating this way, it's, what is it called? Signaling that you are of a certain class. So yes, I am of a certain class that can spend a stupid amount of money on food and like do bullshit things for our health as a way to show like other people of similar demographics that we fit in. Like, you know, eat this way because it makes you feel like one of the cool kids, but like, it's stupid expensive. You need a lot of privilege to pull it off. It's unrealistic if you have a job. If you don't have a job, how are you paying for it? Like, I would love to be a leisure class vegan, like Fully Raw Kristina, where, okay, she has a video talking about like how her co-op had to shut down. And in it, she's like, oh, I've been in Bali for a month grieving, like, and you know what? It would be lovely that I could run away to Bali whenever there are problems in my life. But like, if you've ever known someone who's actually had their business like have to shut it down, usually they don't have the opportunity to just run away to the tropics for a month, because usually your business failing goes hand in hand with things like bankruptcy and losing your house and your like marriage falling apart. So I don't know. It's like one of those things, like, I could go on vacation. I have money to go on vacation, but to go on vacation and have that money, to have the money to go on vacation, I have to have a job. To have a job, it means I don't have time to live on vacation. So it's like I pick and choose, and it's very privileged of Kristina that she has both, that she's got the time to do this, that she's got the money to do this, and that, you know, she's able to either somehow make her living doing this or have someone supporting her. Yeah, life's not fair.